The fact that Catherine has came out with a book confirming Austin Mcbrooms cheated on her makes me think about the top 6 times he was accused of cheating. And today, we're going to dive into those. So let's get into number 1, when he was accused of having a second family. Guys, this girl's claiming that she got pregnant by Austin. So a TikToker posted a video on her page claiming that she got pregnant by Austin and Catherine and paid for her She says when Catherine pays you to have an with her husband Austin. Now remember guys, TikTokers, majority of them are thirsty bitches. They're hungry, man. They're hungry for the money. They're hungry for the fame. And they're gonna do anything just to get it. For real, for real. Anyway, that ish went viral. It went on all the T pages, Drama Investigator, Zanny T. I don't know half of these people, man, but it was all over the tea rooms, okay? But anyway, the video turned out to be a joke. So I'm just like, was this on April Fool's? I need to know. But anyway, she says, Austin Mcbrooms, Catherine Ace family, blah, blah, blah. Nah, boo-boo. But here's what people had to say about the situation. Watch it not be a joke, but she has to say it because she signed an NDA. And she responded with a damn prayer emoji. So now she's basically saying that it's not a joke and that she probably signed an NDA. That's what she's indicating here. Again, this girl probably thirsty and leading you guys on because you guys are thirsty for some drama. Anyway, someone said, you should have get it cause girl, you know how much more money you would have gotten? Sheesh, yeah, she would have secured the bag.
Should have just had the kid and gotten the child support money.
Why these comments blaming this girl? Y'all should put that energy into Austin.
Poor Catherine, bro.
The baby looked at Austin. The baby middle name is Faith. He also had a face tattoo behind his ear.
Y'all, it's his fault too. Can't wreck a home if he was one who let her in.
The girl also got dragged for clout chasing.
But you knew he was married. God, that is not a flex.
Goddamn right.
Ew. Y'all proud? Who is she? And that's a flex for you, love? But guess who's a single mom?
Oh my god, you thought she was trying to hurt her feelings?
And she's even proud. Have some respect for yourself.
And then one person claimed that she saw Austin in the club, right? Making out with girls. And she's like, I've heard he's made people sign NDA. No-ish, man. Most big YouTubers do that. And this girl, right, she actually responded. She's like, I probably know exactly who it was too. No, you don't. But hey, maybe she does.
I live in SFV and I used to see him at Top Anga Mall all the time. He flirts with girls all the damn time. It's actually so disgusting.
So you're brave for posting this. He had my friend sign an NDA, Mojo. A non-disclosure agreement, basically a contract that you sign and you won't talk about whatever you and the other party does. And if you do, they sue you. Anyway, she made another TikTok right showing a baby that kind of looks like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should have just had the kid and gotten the child support. She replied, I did keep the baby. Is that even hers? I'm curious because it does look like L. Don't y'all guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, goddamn, what is Austin doing out here? Or is she just one of these clout thirsty, hungry TikTokers that really want attention and she's doing the most? Is that even her picture? I need to know. What if this was Elle's picture when she was young? I'm curious.
Catherine, I try to turn a blind eye to the situation, but as a mother and a wife, I couldn't. You deserve to know. I'm so effing heartbroken for you and your little family. I need you to see this. If I were in your position, I would want someone to tell me. And she shared a screenshot of a DM that she sent Catherine. Hey girl, the odds of you reading this are slim to none. I wanted to let you know because you deserve to know as a mother and just a woman. Last weekend, Austin was with some friends of mine in Miami. He slept with one of them and made her sign an NDA. I didn't think it was fair at all for this to happen while you're at home with your babies waiting on him. I'm disappointed as I've been a fan since your first little apartment since Elle wasn't even out of your belly yet. I hope you see this. I'm not messaging you for clout or to start any drama. I just couldn't scroll past your picture and not say anything. Well, it caused some drama. After she posted it on Twitter, Twitter. A lot of people came for her. Even Keemstar reposted what she posted. She ended up saying under her post, "My friend and I have all the proof and screenshots and it's effing disgusting. The only person I'll speak on this is Catherine." She ended up responding to someone saying, "If you can't read, there's an NDA in place." Someone said to her, "You already broke the NDA by posting it on here. Might as well put his ass on blast. I didn't sign the NDA, so no." "No, but it's in place and she told you, so that's breaking it. And if your logic is you didn't sign it, so it's fine, then you didn't sign it. Put his ass on blast." The screenshots are from a conversation with her. Ain't no one gonna believe me if I blur out her name anyway, so why? Ain't no one gonna believe you without proof anyway, sweetie. That's fine. If and when Catherine finds out, I'll show it to her. That's the only person I need to believe me. Then why wait for a response from her? I would have sent the proof you said you have with the messages. I did. I obviously wasn't gonna include that in the SS. And then she said, "You just said that if she sees this, then you show her. You can't even keep your story straight." Okay, sis, have a nice day.
Have a blessed day.
This is important to mention. Already she has contradicted herself from what she said and didn't really give a proper explanation why. But then this happened. She ended up tweeting what someone else gave her saying, "Y'all hate to see it. Someone who came across my tweet just DM me this." Now, I know who the person is who actually DM'd her this, and I kept my word to not mention her in this video, her name anyway. But she showed evidence that she received an email showing that she had to sign a waiver. Then this girl that I know who messaged this girl who made the post on Twitter said, "Hey girl, I've signed 2 NDA forms to be quiet. The consequences is being sued $100,000. I didn't want to expose that behavior either, so you're brave for finally saying something. This has been going on. Anytime you enter a house, he has everyone sign." So the person that I know wasn't at this particular party that was in Miami. I have seen some of the social media influencers that were there with him. These are like Instagrammers and stuff like that. So yes, there was a party that happened in Miami. There is proof that people do sign these NDAs, but is what this person's saying, is she telling the truth or is her friend telling her the truth? Already she contradicted herself, so I'm just like, I don't know if I should believe her or not believe her. The fact that she already kind of contradicted herself and not give an explanation to that lady debating her or criticizing what she said is red flags for me. I didn't see this before and I was like, maybe it's legit, but at the same time it could be, because Austin does have a history with his best friend. As you guys do know, I made a video on that a while back. So my whole conclusion to this is, I don't know. I've seen the other people that were at the party. I was trying to figure out who her friend is on Instagram. I was able to lock down a few people, but I couldn't really exactly lock down one person. So I'm not even going to bother messaging the person, even if I did know, because at the end of the day, if she did sign an NDA or whatever, I guess she can't really tell the truth. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna try to get someone sued. So if she comes out on her own time and puts it on Twitter, shows these hardcore evidence that Austin did cheat, then yeah, I'll talk about it. But I ain't gonna try to squeeze that information out of anyone. A girl named Alexandra. Okay, for you guys who don't know who Alexandra is, she's a popular makeup artist, Instagram model, according to famous birthdays. She got over 500k followers on Instagram. She's doing really good. And oh, she looking so cute. Look at her pink little outfit. Oh, she's on the phone. Who you talking to? Hey, Dad, can you come pick me up? There's this weirdo outside. I really want to, like, who you talking to, girl? But anyway, she posted on her Twitter saying, "Was up fanning till Coachella. Lol, disappointing how Austin and his friend begged me and my friend to go with them to their hotel room." Scandalous. Now, the friend that she's talking about is Austin's friend called, what's his name again? Austin's friend, whose name is Trey. Allegedly, he got his fame from SoundCloud, where he posts a lot of music. He's also a YouTuber with over 600K with his girlfriend named Alo. A-L-O. Is that short for something? Ass long off the wall. That's what it means, baby. Now, as you can see, she's in this photo here with Austin and Trey and look like her friend in the background. Who take photo like that? Of course, that's going to cause a lot of drama. Her Twitter page is nowhere to be seen. So I don't know if she took it down, if it got reported. I don't know what happened, but you can't find her Twitter page no more. Now, Catherine, before ended up messaging her, she replied to her saying, "I'm not into drama at all. So many people are wanting answers now. I literally posted that because a few people asked, so I said it. Don't want any hate, but yes, it's true. I'm no longer a fan of them anymore after that day. We saw them in VIP at Coachella, said hi, and took a picture. They asked where we were going, and we said Neon Carnival? Neon Carnival. They asked for a Snapchat and one of our hashtags. At the time, we didn't think anything of it. Here's the text messages." Look, ladies, I don't know why y'all be walking around so innocent. I didn't know why he wanted my number and stuff like that. You know why he wants your number, okay? He want to meet your friend named for JJ. Never introduce them until you're in a long committed relationship, okay, ladies? Anyway, here are the alleged text messages. Saturday, April 14. "Yo, it's Trey. Are you guys able to get any extra bands? You girls have the power to get anything." So it looked like they were trying to get into something. They were like, "I wish they were super strict this year. Last year, your name just had to be on the list. But this year, you have to check in ahead of time with your ID and everything." "Where y'all stay?" "We're staying at La Cuanta." Ooh, la 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 la. "Where you gonna stay tonight?" "We have a house in La Cuanta with a bunch of people." "Y'all still here?" "No, our bus came. We left." "Alright. Gonna send you the Addy. You guys can pull up." "Address to what?" "Hotel. Don't fall asleep, foolie." You actually fell asleep?" Apparently they called over 15 times. Yeah, 15 times. She was counting, y'all. Some more text. "Alright, Alex, this is the last time. I'ma make sure you guys will wake the ass up, LeMayo." Now, to me, I'm like, well, this doesn't prove this is Austin. It's Trey. He did say it was Trey, you know, and it was Trey that was calling. I am curious if Trey was with his girlfriend, Aloe Vera. Let's just call her Aloe Vera because she's so soothing. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he was with Aloe Vera at the time because they made that video around this date, so I don't know. I guess he is trying to get something. You know they're trying to get something, but this doesn't necessarily mean Austin wanted anything. You know what I mean? Trey probably wanted two girls to come over. He must think he's that type of lucky guy. And of course, a lot of people be like, yeah, right, Martin. Trey was trying to get in for Austin, okay? Don't stick up for Austin. Now, Catherine before ended up asking her more questions. "You took those last night?" She said, "Yes." "Should I blur out the number in the call or listening?" She goes, "Yes, please." She goes, "The problem also, people will ask why you took screenshots, and whenever I do things, I like this better if you explain now why you did, etc." She goes, "I took screenshots because for one, I couldn't believe that was happening. And second, because I wanted proof just in case something like this ever happened." Here is an alleged phone screen recording. But look, this is the problem. How do you know this is real? You guys know I'm very thorough when I come to receipts and stuff like this. So if it was me, with this, you know, people could be like, it's fake, it's this. The only way you can prove that is if you know, called the number and was like, so remember that time at Coachella? I personally don't think this is fake. I could be wrong just by the dates, you know, the photo that she had with them, being at Coachella and all that. Saying that, it could be. Also accusing Austin for cheating because a girl was twerking in the car. Roll it. Now, they both defended themselves on social media. This is like old drama, by the way. But they had conflicting stories. Their stories kind of look conflicting, but saying that, it's like Austin, you know what I mean? He never said he wasn't in the car. Even though he said he never drinks and stuff like that, that could be a straight up lie. But just because a girl jumps in the car and starts twerking, it doesn't mean he cheated on her. You know, he couldn't help himself that a girl needed to air her farts and get up and do that, you know? Let's say I have a partner and I'm in the car, in the bus, and someone 5 seats in front of me who I'm friends with starts twerking. Does that mean I cheated? You better not accuse me for that shit, bitch. Not my fault she thirsty and trying to shake her booty everywhere on the camera and nasty butt sweat everywhere.
Girl named Monica Bush. I love that name, Monica Bush. Monica's got a bush. No, okay, so basically Monica Bush posted on her TikTok an experience that she had with Austin Mcbroom. I'm gonna roll it and then add my commentary. Play it.
So here was our conversation on Instagram. I mean, it was just typical like collab DM. I did find it a little weird and unnecessary that he needed to text me afterwards. So we text, he asks me if I'm gonna be in LA anytime soon, and I'm like, yeah, I can be in LA if it means you personally hand me the package, of course. So I get to LA, I'm staying in a hotel completely by myself. We're texting a little bit throughout the day, like, you know, kind of like seeing what I'm like, I keep asking what the plans are later and like what exactly we're doing, and he kind of just keeps beating around the bush and not being direct and just kind of vague. What was the reason? It really bothers me. I'm like the type to like want to know what we're doing. So like we were supposed to meet at like 6, and then it got pushed to 7, then 8, and then I texted him at 9 like, okay, what is the deal? Like I was like, why are we meeting so late? You know?
Yeah.
Like when he said spot in Malibu, I was like, what does that even mean? Spot? Like restaurant? Like what? You know? But anyways, he picks me up in the blue Rolls Royce that everyone knows. So I'm like, okay, so it shouldn't be anything fishy. Like he's not trying to be sneaky about it, whatever. And then where do we pull up? To a house in Malibu, and I was like, oh my god. At this point I'm still kind of oblivious, and I'm just like, okay, you know, maybe we're just talking business.
You're a moron.
Because in the car we had just talked about like other brand deals he might get me and all these other things, and I'm, you know, I was just excited.
But he did also say in the message that he was just kicking it. But anyway,
you know, so we get inside, he just kind of keeps asking me about me, and like just like seemed like he was just like trying to get to know me, and I was just like doing the same. So I knew it was like not completely business when he turned on Netflix, and we were just watching Netflix on the couch, like just talking and stuff, and I'm just like, what the and then he like grabs a blanket and just like has a blanket on himself. At this point we're like not close together at all, and he like it tells me to like come over and like lay with him.
No, security!
And I'm just like, hey, look, like I'm really trying to do business. That's what I thought this was. So he's like, no, like he kind of gets a little defensive, and he's like, no, like I got you, like we are gonna do business, like this is business.
Run, bitch! Run!
Like, okay, like, and it was just civil, like it wasn't weird after that, like it was just fine. And blah blah blah. He takes me back, and like on the way back, by the way, like some fans of his were like recording us from a car and like screaming, and I was like, and he was like, don't worry about it, it's okay. And I was just like, oh. So me being still like dumb and naive to the whole situation, we hang out again the next night. Only this time he asks me to Uber, but yeah, it was definitely the same spot. So like last time, I mean, he's talking about like me, kind of talking about business and like what we're gonna do together, like as far as brand deals. So it ended up being the same scenario. He tries cuddling me again, and I'm like, look, I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but like, then he tries telling me that him and his wife aren't really together, all this other stuff.
he must have took some notes from Chris Sells, because that don't work no more, bro. It's 2021. You gotta come up with a better excuse like that.
It's just for publicity, blah blah blah, and I'm like believing it. I'm just being naive, like as can be, just believing everything he's feeding me. Where I'm a little ashamed, we did end up doing the thing.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Okay, don't judge me, but I did.
Have a blessed day.
So, long story short, he's like, now I'm gonna be obsessed, blah, blah, blah. He actually ended up paying me like $800 for one of the brands that he said he was gonna like hook me up with like ahead of time, which was really weird to me.
Yo, it sounds like he paid you for some escorting business, but I'm very confused why he didn't make her sign the NDA or whatever that form is to keep you silent. Very interested in why that didn't happen, but let's keep watching.
So after the fact, I just kept hearing stories from other people that this is like what he does with girls, like all these other things. And I was just like disgusted with myself, disgusted with him.
Disgusting.
So this is him asking me to hang out again, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. Anyways, he had hit me up multiple times after. I have not hung out with him since. Always asks me to link. I could show you all the screenshots, but like really what good does it do? It's really no proof that it's him. I'm not gonna put his number on here. The real screenshot is this one. So this is after like, you know, various times of me like not responding or just like being short. And this top message says I live in LA now. I can't remember what was before that. But anyway, blah, blah, you can read it. The real kicker is this. It must have been bad for you because he would never talk about the fact that we did it on text. Being smart of him. But yeah, he said that. And then, nope, just bad for my morals because facts. He still hits me up to this day. And here's the real proof that it's really him.
Oh my God! Now, so far, it sounds believable, right? But there's always two sides to a story. And again, people can easily manipulate receipts. Obviously, he's entertaining her. Obviously, he's entertaining her in Snapchat. But we don't know about these text messages. We don't know about that whole story of her meeting up with him is real. She ain't public with the whole story. A lot of people had questions and she responded to some, and this is what she had to say.
Alright, I really shouldn't have to prove myself to anyone, but since everyone thinks I'm capping, I'm gonna provide you with a little more. They wanted the Uber receipt. Here's the Uber receipt. There's my hotel. There's the house in Malibu. If you know California, you know that's Malibu. Why did I scribble the name out? I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was illegal. I also could just change anybody in my phone to his name, so. But here's a little proof that he is in my contacts. Here is proof that it's his actual Instagram. Here's our message. There you go. Here's this video again, proving that it's his actual Snapchat, in case you forgot. And in no way am I trying to play some innocent victim role. But there was a lot of manipulation involved to get to where it went to. Because in reality, you shouldn't be DMing girls in the first place about business when in reality it's for something else. Cut me some slack.
I personally like to believe this girl, but I don't know, man. I just do not know. But obviously, Austin is entertaining her, and that is there on the Snapchat. And he did message her about a promo. And it's hard with screenshots, guys, because again, it's easy to fake. Unless you can provide video evidence, which is very easy to do about all the messages, then yes, we have a solid case. But this is the thing with a lot of social media influencers. You guys gotta use common sense. When a man is telling you to come to a city to give you a package, when he can deliver it to your house, and then he wants to hang out with you, when no company does that. No company, when they do endorsements or want you to promote their stuff, go, hey, come over here and let's hang out, unless they're paying for everything. Okay, that's when you know they're serious. But even then, sometimes you got to be careful. So the fact that Austin Mcbrooms is doing this under some umbrella of let's do promo is very, very sus. This girl clearly needs a manager to handle all her businesses. She's got a lot of followers on TikTok, so my advice to her is to get a manager so she doesn't get manipulated and put in the same situation again with some horn dog that wants her bush. Period. Now, it turns out that Tana Mojo called out Austin for cheating. She said, one time Austin Mcbrooms was cheating on Catherine with a random beat and she left a lipstick in his car. Then I was sitting with Jake in the car and he gets a FaceTime. It's from Austin, crying, and Catherine's yelling, is this Tana's lipstick? Austin says it is. It wasn't.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
But I lied for the sake of the children and said it was, shaking my head. Happy fight day, Team Bryce on God.
Even the paparazzi Team Bryce on God.
Then she ends up promoting Bryce shirts. Austin actually responds to this saying, cat to the biggest clout chaser of them all. And it was actually Erica Costello's lipstick, dummy. I was taking Jake and her back to Jake's house. This lame ass lie ain't gonna save the attention that your little boyfriend Bryce is about to get for his A-whooping. And Erica responds saying, it was actually a lip liner. Can I get it back? Thanks for keeping it 100. I hope you're about to watch me sleep, little Bryce. Why you tweeting me? Go watch your little kid, you little capper. Austin also hired 4 of my friends as nannies and masseuses so he could hook up with them all when wifey ain't home.
I'll wait for you today.
Man started a fake nanny company to cheat LaMayo. Then she ended up going on TikTok saying this.
Mcbroom was cheating on Catherine
and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car. And I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin or whoever the fuck, we answer it. And it's Austin bawling his eyes out, and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car. And she's screaming, and she's like, "It's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's, blah, blah, blah." Austin's bawling. My dumbass thinks that the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lie to Catherine. I'm like, "This is my lipstick." It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry. But we team Bryce out here, on God. I get it! Another time, Austin hired 4 of my friends as his nannies, and when Catherine would leave, he would sleep with all of them, and then told her that they were all his nannies, and it was a fake nanny company. And I just, so when you ask me why I'm Team Bryce, it's kind of like picking a lesser of 2 evils, you know?
Okay, so that lip liner tweet was not meant to be taken seriously. One, I genuinely was just curious if I could get it back. It was KKW, my favorite shade, whatever. We'll call this long gone. But no, I did not with Austin Mcbroom. First of all, there was 3 of us in his Lambo. We were speeding. We got pulled over for it, so there was a sudden stop, and all my out of my purse. So that's why my lip liner was in his car. No. Some of y'all talk too much. Second, I've done a lot of cringy things in my life, mainly on the internet, but I don't do them anymore, and I also don't lie. Bitch, so what? That was the story behind the lip liner.
No, security!
Broom was seen with another girl on TikTok, but when he's with another guy, no one says anything. How do you know he's not gay? But anyway, he was having fun, looking sweaty at a party. You know what? At least he's not slapping little children's butt or giving weird lollipops. At least I can say that. The original post was taken down very quickly on TikTok, but Twitter grabbed it and posted it. People said this.
You're a father and a husband, but you still go to the club to cheat on your wife while she's with the kids? You're pathetic and disgusting.
And those other Mcbrooms from the S family even had the audacity to cheat on Catherine Perez. She's so gorgeous, even if he isn't cheating. What is he doing clubbing with the wife and 3 kids at home? Odd behavior. Also, Mcbroom is always caught in a cheating scandal. Catherine needs to have some self-respect and get the hell out of that marriage before she ends up looking even foolish. Yes, she's looking foolish to the bank.
Ashley Mcbroom caught cheating again? God, can he get off the internet already?
I'm still good at the other Mcbroom. First of all, he makes me cringe all over. I don't know how people still support the Ace family, especially with Austin Mcbroom still being in the picture.
You're messy as F, yeah.
Now, some people said the video was actually taken last year.
Oh, we for real today.
You and Catherine honestly need to sue that girl. She's honestly creating drama at this point and making it seem like she was at the nightclub with you yesterday. But this video is 2019. But she said it was from last year. Last year or this year it happened, Lo. Him and Catherine look say they don't club or go anywhere without each other, and this is evidence that it's not true.
Anyway, the girl who made the post ended up going on Twitter saying this.
Hi. I deleted my TikTok because it wasn't my story to tell regardless of me being there for it. My friend requested to have it taken down because she is happily married now and does not want drama. Please carry on. Just know she is no absolute queen living her best life unsolved with trash.
First of all, some of you girls are messy as hell. Now, if you have Austin kissing another girl, that's what we want to see. Okay? Not dancing in the club getting corona. Corona probably wasn't out about then, but you know. Is for you. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications. I really appreciate it. Make sure to smash that like button. Get this video to 50,000 likes because it's my birthday. And I'll see you guys in another drama video.